Welcome back to Bed Sleep, where we eat, sleep, and talk football. I'm your host, Peter.
My name is Dolemite and I'm a Levite. I'm a Liverpool fan.
My name is Charles, Man City fan.
My name is Scott. I'm a United fan.
My name is Stuart. Yes.
He supports no affiliation.
He should not be here.
So, starting Saturday 17th, we have game week 5 starting, and in that game week 5 we have, I think the highlighted match is the Merseyside derby, based on how Everton have been playing. And it will be Everton will be at home, Goodison Park. So 10 years Everton haven't won in the derby. Do you believe things are about to change, or Liverpool are about to show them still who's boss in Liverpool?
I kindly request to withdraw from this discussion until after the game.
You can't withdraw from a discussion.
No, from this specific one.
Okay.
Because it's all about fear.
So, for me, personally, I believe it will be an entertaining match. I believe Liverpool have got everything to succeed. They have enforced the areas that need to be enforced. Mane is back. Thiago is back.
Yeah.
Jota, if you saw yesterday's game for Portugal, on fire as he can play there, and Salah and everybody else can play. So the only thing that they have to do is come out and show out. But you can also say that Everton will bring the game.
Yeah.
So I believe it will be who scores more goals rather than who plays a better game. For me, I'll still go Liverpool win.
Okay, for me, I'd say a draw. Because Everton defensively, they've been so good. Especially in signing Gordon and Allen. So it will have a lot of chances which will be created. But I believe it will be a 0-0 draw. In my opinion. It will be a tough game. It will be quite a good game.
For me, I think Liverpool, as I have said earlier, Liverpool is not the same team that was last season. So definitely Liverpool a 2-1 win for Everton.
As the pundits have been putting it, Liverpool have an unwanted record since they have been winning a lot, and now they have been shaky this season. So I think they will lose. But also Everton have Alan. Yes, Alan is a doubt, and also Yeremina was seen limping. So we are yet to see if they will feature. Also, if in case they don't feature, we are yet to see how Everton will play without a person from their first 11. It will be an entertaining match.
Yeah, but we also have to address the problem of Liverpool, and that is Trent Alexander, and they need to play a high line even when they're not pressuring the other team. Yeah, because if they continue doing that and Rodriguez plays, we understand that he can go over. And if a striker, Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin is in behind Van Dijk, doesn't matter if you're world class or what. Yeah, you have given the striker from Everton enough of opportunities to score. That was also the problem they had against Aston Villa. Yeah, 2-1 down, they're still high line. 4-1 down, they're still high line. So if they fix that, and they have Thiago who can ping the balls to Mane, to Salah, in the middle also to Firmino. I believe because Everton defense, I believe, have not been tested, regardless of whoever they have played. So until they get the attack, or at least the best attack in the league last season, I am yet to believe that Everton can win it.
But I think that would be a very scary match for Liverpool. If we lose this game, I think it will.
It will affect your
chances. Then losing 2, it's like they are reaffirming that we're not the same team as last season.
Yeah. So, Merseyside derby. you said you have said we'll see who will win. Some are for Everton, some are for Liverpool, but what we can be sure of is that it will be an entertaining game.
Unless it's a draw, nil.
Yeah, and the entertainment factor is also because it is not an hard field, because Liverpool tend to
We
always
cannot
win
be
at
beaten.
Anfield.
It's impossible.
Yeah, so the next blockbuster match for game week 5 is Arsenal versus Manchester City.
Very easy game. I think let me talk about the opinion I had for the Liverpool Everton. I'll just change the names of the teams. Man City will win that game convincingly. Mark my words. 4-1. And maybe that one is like a penalty. Yeah? But the Man City Arsenal game, especially what Man City have been going through the past couple of games, even them, they have the same issue as Liverpool. They're not the same team. They were last season. And the season but one. And Aguero will be there.
No,
He's not
Aguero
there.
is coming back in November.
In November.
And Sterling also has a knock.
Wow.
Okay. What I'm trying to say, but I think still there's a high chance of Man City winning that game.
Yeah, me personally, I believe either it will be an entertaining game if Thomas Partey plays. It will be a boring game if El Neni or Ceballos and Xhaka play. Because what I can believe, they're not going to whatever run away with the game and it scores 4 goals. It won't happen. If they win, maybe 2-1. But what we are yet to see is that Arsenal cannot just be outflanked and just outscored since Arteta comes.
Yeah.
There's a formula in the way that you are playing. Sometimes boring, like the Aston Villa game, but as I've seen, or at least as I've analyzed and I've seen people analyze, is that Partey allows us to play 4-4-3. Or at least with 4 defenders, because the lack of midfield options caused us to play 3-5-2 or 3-5-1. So that defensive, to cater for that lack of a defensive midfielder or somebody who can press and come back. Yeah. So I believe it will be an entertaining game, but it depends which version of Pep decides to come.
Yeah.
Because Pep seems to
Experiment too much.
yeah, and also I think he lacks the ambition he had when he started in the Premier League. Sometimes he puts teams and you understand this is not the same City that is playing. Yeah.
But I think City have actually had a bit of bad luck this season. If everything clicks, I still insist Man City will win.
Okay, what I can say is it will be based on our defense. If Eric Garcia plays, you guys will win. Eric Garcia is a good defender. He's good on the ball, but one-on-one, that guy is shit. So we need Laporte and Diaz to play. For Arsenal have surprised us in a couple of occasions. Like Arteta seems to be the Achilles heel of Pep Guardiola. So for us to win, our defense has to be strong. Okay, attacking wise, we have some options. We have Mahrez, we have Bernardo, we have Ferran Torres. So I'm not worried about attacking. Defensive, yeah. As long as De Bruyne plays.
And also De Bruyne had a knock or was deemed not to
De Bruyne is also a doubt. Yeah.
was also deemed not to be fit to play for Belgium, so he was sent back to City. And also a problem with Arsenal, if Lacazette plays in that team, we might be beaten because the inability of that person to finish or score goals.
No,
The Liverpool game.
Yeah, but if they play William, or not William, in the front they play Saka, William at 10, Pepe, White, and Aubameyang in the middle, it will be an entertaining match. But you're ready to see because Arteta has got a philosophy that I see Klopp also has of he brings player into the team slowly. Doesn't just start the players. So it will be a balanced match. It will not be blockbuster like I believe the Everton Liverpool will be.
Unless it's played on a Sunday. I have a working theory that every match that is every big match, an upset that has been played on a Sunday this season. but the game luckily is on a Saturday. But when Arsenal play on a Saturday this season, their gameplay is very boring. So if it's played on a Saturday, Man City will win. But if it's played on a Sunday, Arsenal will win and with a big margin. So, but it's not played on a. Yeah, we are yet to see.
Yes.
Confirm with me in January.
Okay.
So first we must correct source. We must say source. Lacazette is a world-class player.
But
I have hope for Lacazette.
By Manchester United standards.
No, I have hope for Lacazette. If Lacazette will play, will score, but of course he will not win. But Lacazette must score. That is must. And yes, I stick with Lacazette will score. That is a world class player. Never doubt Lacazette.
If you will start, that is.
I don't like
That's
He
why-
must start.
That's why he's being played. He's being played without.
So you're saying
He actually Lacazette will score. I am saying
It's going at 6-1.
Lacazette will score. Lacazette will score.
4-1.
If it's played on a Sunday, Lacazette will score.
But of course it will be like 3-1, 3-2-1.
3-1.
Yeah. 3-2-1.
That is a score.
See, I'm saying either 3-1 or 2-1.
It is Man City, Arsenal, and Lacazette.
Lacazette must score. That is must.
If he starts, that is.
He must start. He
So-
told me.
We it's not a blockbuster match, but we have Manchester United versus Newcastle.
Is Cavani playing?
No,
Who is Cavani?
Cavani is the top scorer for PSG.
Yeah, that's why.
Legend.
The top scorer for
The top
PSG.
scorer for PSG.
I don't think
But
he'll be out of
what
quarantine.
happened to the Martial red card?
yeah, it was
Is it-
upheld.
Yeah.
It was.
It was overturned.
Yeah.
Upheld.
It was.
Appeal.
Yeah. So it
Upheld.
how many games?
Oh, apparently.
Iko with the Iko.
So it means how many?
Three games.
Yeah.
3 for
But Martial, for sure, Martial is not.
He's
So,
also a defender.
who will be a
That
striker?
is a different game.
Who will be a striker?
Rashford or Greenwood.
And who will play wide?
Daniel James.
Plus, we have some 18.
We have Fosumensa. We have Fosumensa.
I don't know his name.
But we can play Van de Beek.
Oh, wow.
Why?
And the big cannot play wide.
But you guys.
It's Man U.
He will play wide.
So
Martial was playing behind.
Give us until the 20th.
Maguire will
Ask me about Manchester. Ask me
So,
about
what about
Manchester
that?
United.
but on a serious note,
Yeah.
was Cavani
What
Good
is-
sign.
a panic by
It was a panic.
It was a panic buy
Or
because first thing we don't have a striker. Martial is a midfielder. Rashford is not a player. Greenwood is too young. So we needed someone like Lukaku,
Yeah,
but
just
we
say-
chose Lukaku with hair.
The reason why I said also Man U bots panic. People panic with panic.
yeah.
Like the player from Atlanta. Do you know how many games he played?
Oh,
before
I-
he gets bought in?
He played the 30 minutes.
Exactly. that
But
one.
he's not supposed to come into the Nini. He's in the plan for the youth team. But personally, I don't think it was a panic buy. According to Ole's reputation, he doesn't have any flop that he has brought to Man
So he has
United.
a-
Also, Igalo came last season at the deadline day.
Okay.
Him personally, he said in an interview,
What
he was
about-
shocked that Man United approached him on the last day.
What about Maguire for 80 million? Was it?
Maguire is an England player. We do not respect him.
Maguire should be jailed. He should be jailed.
He still has a court case in Mykonos. So we are waiting for him to
And
go
he's
to
red
prison.
But I think-
You're waiting for him.
I think
That's why
Cavani
you have
is
a,
an actual asset for.
yeah,
Yes.
he'll be an asset.
Yeah,
of
he'll be
course.
an asset.
See, I'm telling you, he's a
better than
Lukaku.
one, in my opinion.
No, he's a Lukaku. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's a
This
Lukaku.
season.
Yes.
So-
mark my words.
My problem with Manchester United is look Shaw. Since you have bought Alex Telles,
Yes.
He's very
will he solve the problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Luke Shaw, yeah.
Shaw does not defend. He does not attack. So what is the point of him playing?
But show
You
attack.
hate, so say that you hate that player.
Yeah, you must say you hate show.
No,
Then
You
say
just say you hate.
you hate show. Like him, he hates
Yeah,
leadership.
Show doesn't
Then
play
you say
football. That is nonsensical.
yeah.
No, what
Show
I'm
attacks,
saying is,
but
I've
products.
watched, I've watched enough games.
To hate show.
Yeah, of United. You see, like Wan-Bissaka, his attacking returns are very minimal, but his defensive
Defensive
returns,
returns,
you can
covers for
see.
defensive.
But with Shaw, he was bought as an attacking wing back from Southampton. I've yet to see him replicate some of that form that he had, because last season the only game that stands out is the first game.
The problem of the
We
season.
do
The
not
problem
refuse.
is
That's why Alex Telles was bought. He's all that. He's an attacking. He's very defensive. He scored goals for Porto. He was their free kick taker. He was their penalty taker. As in, he's a really good established player.
all I can for me I can say Maguire is a demotivator. That's why Shaw is not playing well. Maguire is a demotivator.
Personally, Maguire should be taken to prison.
Yeah. For me,
But putting aside that this person went to Greece, Maguire went to Greece and he was
jailed, yes.
he is accused of doing something.
Yeah.
Is Maguire a good player?
Maguire when he was in Leicester, he was a good player.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens when someone comes to Man United. There is a big problem, and I am very serious. There is a big problem. You can see especially look how Sanchez is playing for Inter Milan, and the legend Lukaku. Yeah, the legend Lukaku. You can see there is a big problem in Manchester United.
I think that problem was there before, but since Soja came, they have streamlined the transfer recruitment. But I think Maguire needs a better partnership.
Yeah,
He
that's
needs
what-
someone who can. He has the quality,
But
but
he
he
doesn't
doesn't have the
experience part.
Yes, he needs someone who can solidify him. He needs a Koulibaly, a Van Dijk type of player
Koulibaly.
who will solidify Maguire's.
Yeah, I have to agree with Stuart. Like you see in Leicester, he was paired with Soyuncu. Soyuncu is a very good centre back. You see, so it really helped Maguire. When Maguire was out of position, Soyuncu will cover. But now at Manchester United, there's a certain fellow.
Lindelof, that is not a player.
So when Maguire makes an error,
Lindelof
he doesn't
makes
account
the
for
error
it.
big.
He makes the error even worse.
So my belief is that Lindelof is not the worst player.
Yeah, he's not the worst.
The thing about Lindelof is that him and Maguire are the same type of
It
player.
doesn't work. Yeah.
So when somebody steps out, all of them are stepping out.
Exactly.
There's no that balance that when somebody
There is
steps
a
out,
balance,
you reserve yourself. So it's the same type of player. So that you see when Bailey is playing, because Maguire has that tendency to step out, Bailey is a defender that just likes to defend. So he will stay back and wait for the pressure to come on until he loses it and
But
just
we must say
attacks.
the truth. Ole is not a good coach. We need a Pochettino in Manchester United. I don't think Ole is a. If you can start for Sumen,
Personally, I think Ole, even though let's say in the eventuality he gets fired from the coaching job, he won't be released from Man United. In the recruiting wise, the players he has brought to Man United have worked. Not to the big Liverpool level, but the players he has brought in have worked. Personally, I think he should be made the director of football at Man United because the vision he has for the club is working.
Okay, in the terms of being a good coach and being a good manager, I saw it. It's two different things.
Yeah.
Like Pep is a good coach, but he isn't a good manager. A manager is someone who he understands the players. Example is Mourinho. Mourinho in terms of motivating players, in terms of managing players. Players were like at Inter, players were ready to kill for Mourinho. Like Ibrahimovic. So you had a certain interview Ibrahimovic did comparing Pep to Mourinho. Pep is a shitty person. He's introvert. He doesn't give you motivation. It's all about football. Tactics, do this, do that. But Mourinho in terms of motivating a player. So I guess Ole falls at a manager, but not a good coach.
Tactical.
And also,
Yeah.
we must talk about Newcastle last season, I won't say they were the best. I believe if everything did not work out well, they might have gone down. But for the first time, at least as I followed Newcastle, I find that they've recruited in the right areas. Newcastle have had a good defense. At least they have a lot of defenders that can do the job. But they did not have people that go forward because last season was Jolinton at the front, and yet,
The biggest flop.
yeah, not really. He did not flop because he doesn't know how to play well. He flopped because of the gameplay they played. Because it is the target man system. So the ball is kicked to Jolinton. He has to hold it, and by the time he holds it, Matrici or Longstaff has not started making the run so that he can lay it off and then make the run. So that is the game. But now, as Wilson has come, the target man system can be employed. But when he knocks it down, Wilson is there. Yeah, and also and Maximilian. There's Fraser. There's also Hendricks in the middle, and Shelby has started to play well to the best of his ability. But Shelby has the tendency that Bailey has to just be reckless, for no particular reason. So for me, I believe this game, Newcastle might win. I won't say might win, unless the philosophy that Manchester United had last season was you knew they were playing counter-attacking football. So when the ball was gotten, whoever was supplying the ball was over the top, and everybody was going. And when the ball came back in, or at least when Rashford or Martial got the ball, they scored. But when Pogba started to play, there's a problem because when Pogba, I've not seen the Pogba of Juventus, or at least I've not met the Pogba that is at the par that everybody wants him to be at. So it will either be the most boring game that you have watched, and Newcastle will win.
Okay, I also agree with you on that point. Okay, Manchester United coming into this game, they will not have the confidence because they are beaten 6-1. Because like last season, Man U had the confidence of winning game after game after game, so players are motivated. So coming into this game, Man U might be a bit short of confidence. So Newcastle might win.
I think the international break might have been a good thing. We are yet to see because of after the loss, people went away. They had time to rejuvenate, maybe win some games. But also it could have been a bad thing because the new players have not yet integrated well with the team. If it's played on a Sunday, which it's not, Man United will lose. But it's being played on a Saturday, so it will be a win for Man United.
For me, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised.
Yeah, so Chelsea versus Southampton. So Chelsea, the games that I've watched, Chelsea are not playing good football.
Exactly.
But Chelsea are winning, or at least not losing, because they drew with Bournemouth. They beat Brighton, and they beat who? Crystal Palace. Yeah, they beat Crystal Palace. So they're not losing, but they're not playing good football based on the investment that they've had. Yeah. So Southampton, I've seen their games. They're not really out. What am I going to say? World class, like the football that they can play sometimes, but they are competitive.
They score.
Yeah. If you let them, they've got a game plan. Yeah, and they will beat you. Even the game there's a game they lost in the beginning of the season. It doesn't come to mind. But what made them lose, was that their players were being offside. Their attackers were being offside most of the time. But what are your opinions? What are your views, analysis? Chelsea, Southampton.
Okay, Chelsea will win by a minor gap. 2-1. I'll go 2-1 for Chelsea. Because Chelsea, they don't have chemistry at all.
Yeah. So Ben Chilwell is out. So Alonso might start. So if we can panda a guess. What is the starting lineup for Chelsea? What would you see?
Okay.
Let's start defense.
Zuma.
Yeah.
Zuma and is Rudiger fit?
Yes.
Rudiger is fit.
Zuma, Rudiger. Thiago, I don't see him playing after
Same.
Barcelona again. He made some crucial errors, so
But I think he has
Left back, wing back.
The keeper would be Kepa
yeah.
because
Eduardo is
he's
injured.
injured, so he might just blunder. And against a team like Southampton, Ings, if you blunder, hat-trick.
Yeah. Things has to score.
Yeah. So
Certain.
so wing backs. Wing backs. Wing backs. We have said defense. We will see Zuma was probably one of Rudiger and Thiago. So wing backs, because Chilwell has got a knock. It's 75 chance of play, so it might be Chilwell or Alonso, isn't it?
We said Alonso can play.
Yeah, Alonso can play because he's the one that started before Chilwell was match fit. So
But
that
also-
is the left back. Yeah.
Also, reports suggest that Lampard and Kante are feuding right now. So, and Lampard had the tendency of when you clash, he might not play you. So,
Yeah. And also that is,
Kante might be a doubt.
But Kante is
but that Kante is a midfielder on the defense.
Yeah.
I thought we had finished with the defense.
Yeah, because also, but you've brought a point that Lampard clashing with his players, he had a clash with Alonso because I think he subbed him or something in a game. So if Chilwell is injured, I don't know who will play. I don't know. They sold Emerson, so I don't know who will
It's
play.
Alonso,
Yeah, who will play? So that is
yeah.
the
Or as Gilbert.
that is the left back position. Right back,
James.
James or Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
But defense, not defense, midfield.
Jorginho, Kante. But right now, Chelsea have the injury players have started coming back. Akina Pulisic. I don't. Right now, Chelsea have a lot of influx of players right now. I don't know how Lampard will fit them in yet because he has a lot of options.
But let's put
Okay,
Pulisic
for
as a
a
forward.
Yeah, as a forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so for midfield, I'd go Jorginho.
Yeah.
Jorginho, Kante, and Havertz as the attacking midfielder.
Me, I believe it will be Kovacic, Jorginho, and Havertz.
Yeah, I agree with you. Jorginho and Kante, it's too defensive.
So attackers.
Attackers. I think the Lampard will wake up that day and feel because he has everyone. Pulisic, he has too many players.
Odoi.
He has Odoi.
But I can venture that Pulisic will play right wing, left wing. I don't know if Ziyech has.
He's
not
not
yet
yet
fit.
completely match fit.
Yeah. So I think Hudson Odoi or Mount will play
Yeah.
on the right side. In the middle,
Yeah.
I think Tammy Abraham will start.
Yeah, Tammy
I
Abraham.
also think so.
But also,
I think
one has been on form in the international break.
Yes, same to. I think Lampard thinks also Tammy Abraham is on form. That's why he's playing.
And also Mount.
Okay, I would go for the normal what I think he'll do. He'll put one and Tammy Abraham together. That's why I'm just speculating. So I think it should be one on the left wing,
Yeah.
Tammy Abraham and
Pulisic.
Pulisic. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so hopefully we get a good game. I'm personally going for Chelsea win because as bad as they are playing, at least when Tammy Abraham has played, as I've seen, they are more likely to score.
Yeah.
They are more likely to score. So, and finally we have Spurs West Ham. Spurs West Ham. West Ham has shocked us. They beat Wolves. Yeah, they beat Leicester. So they haven't just beaten small teams. So it will be what do we call it? An entertaining match. And also Bale might start. So what are your
So,
thoughts?
West Ham have been playing well since David Moyes went home. So I don't know. Maybe if they are winning without Moyes, maybe Moyes will stay at home. But also Spurs have a lot of form right now.
Yeah, very big.
So I'm going for a Spurs win.
And so will Bale start?
Yes.
I think Bale will
He was
start.
scheduled to start after the international break. So,
Scheduled or it is the manager who
No.
decides? He might be match fit, but the manager might not start him.
Yeah.
He's quite a manager. He'll start.
I think
But
he's. I don't think he'll start. I think he'll be subbed out.
Either way, he'll play the game.
Yeah, he'll play. Either way, he'll play.
So will the partnership Son can continue, or will it be
Yes.
bridged in?
Hey, it will continue.
it will continue. It will
That's a
be Son,
little-
Kane,
So
Bale.
Bale.
It's a little go.
Best attack in the Premier League.
So we have to go for Tottenham.
So West Ham don't have a chance.
They don't.
They
Yeah,
don't.
of course.
Unless
If
it's
Manchester
played on a
United,
Sunday.
they don't have a chance.
In a Premier League that Liverpool, the champions, have been beaten. You're not giving West Ham a chance.
I'm giving West
We
Ham a
cannot-
chance
we cannot
if it's played on
be
Sunday.
saying about Liverpool.
I think it is one of the most
Tottenham is in hot.
Liverpool,
form.
the most given game. Easy to
No,
predict game.
because West
In my
Ham,
opinion.
all no disrespect to them, but it was a fluke. Those 2 games they won.
Did you watch the
Yeah, it
games?
was,
Yes.
Especially
No, you did not
Leicester.
watch the game.
We-
Did you watch the-
we will
Yeah,
crash
It was not that.
No,
It
no,
was
no,
not
you
that
don't
West
watch the
Ham
game.
were playing well. It was not that they were not playing well. It was not that West Ham were that impressive. It was their opponents who are not turning up on the day.
But 2 teams that are top have been top in seasons past.
Yeah, that's why it's
No, I believe you have got a biased opinion
Yeah,
based on
that's-
they are always down in whatever they play. Yeah, you have got a biased opinion that's saying that it was a fluke.
It's my opinion. We are here to give opinion.
But it's biased because you're
Yes,
not,
I'm not refusing
you cannot
that it's
say
not
you cannot
biased.
say that a team did not play well. It is the other team that did not play well.
I'm not refusing.
a game of football that
I'm not
requires
denying.
people.
Yes, I'm not denying. It's
No, you're not giving
biased.
credit. You are saying the other team did not play well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not biased. I'm saying I am biased. Whatever you are saying is
If
correct.
you admit you're biased, then it's okay.
Whatever you are
So
saying is
it's
correct.
But to say the other team played bad.
Whatever you are saying is correct. That is what I am saying. The other team, it's not that West Ham were playing that impressively. It was their opponents that were not.
So
turning
I
up.
want. Let's say what is impressive play for you, because you have said Arsenal does not play impressive football. Yeah, being a Manchester United fan, you do not say Manchester United does not play.
Liverpool.
Yeah, impressive football.
This show's recorded on a Sunday.
Yeah, yani hawachezi
We are praying
vizuri.
for all of us.
Yeah, so what I'm asking is, this is for knowledge. What is what is
What is,
impressive?
What is your team of the season so far?
Everton.
You must be sick. Very sick.
They are the number 1 right now. They have not lost any.
So they're playing a
What about
impressive
Leeds?
game.
Yes.
Have you watched Leeds games?
Yes.
Have you watched Leeds?
Yes.
So are Leeds
Beautiful
impressive?
football.
Everton are more impressive
Yeah,
than
they're
Leeds.
impressive.
Yeah, we agree. They are very
We are not
impressive.
asking who's
Yeah.
impressive. You're asking, is Leeds playing impressive football?
Yes.
Yeah, they.
But you have asked me which team have impressed
I've
me.
asked you what is impressive.
Yes, so I've said Everton's
Yeah, we
football.
pray.
Still back to the Tottenham. West Ham
Tottenham,
game.
But it's
I want
impressive.
yeah, I want West Ham to shock Tottenham,
Tottenham.
but I cannot go
In another
against
universe,
myself.
in another universe, they will shock them.
Yeah.
For me, my prediction is 3-0.
For me, they.
Kane will score a brace.
Hi.
Yeah. And the Son will score the other one.
And Bale.
The lethal partnership.
So me, I think Bale will score 3 goals. Kane 5 goals. Meaning West Ham will be relegated.
But if it's played on a
That
Sunday,
is a
West Ham,
If it's prayed.
if it's played on a
No, if
Sunday,
it's prayed on
West Ham will be saying what the Swahili people are saying, Shangwe.
We have come to the end of the show. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. And for those that have been listening to the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast, we appreciate it.